Thank you very much for inviting me here today. I'm very happy to be here. And I want to start out by saying that 2 years ago, Denmark celebrated our 50 years as a member of the European Union. It was for us back then an opportunity to look back on our European history from a Danish perspective. When Denmark joined in 1973, Europe was, just like today, facing multiple crises. Some of them economic, some of them related to energy supply, and some stemming from security threats. Today, Europe is confronted with similar challenges. But since the 17th, the EU has overcome a number of big crises and come out stronger on the other side. The financial crisis and the debt crisis, the migration crisis, Brexit, the COVID pandemic, Russia's war in Ukraine, and the subsequent energy crisis are all examples of this. We managed to adjust to new times. Even at the most difficult moment, we learned that Europe can come together and strengthen our commitments. Now, the time has come to do that again. Europe faces greater challenges and more serious threats to our common security than ever before. And it is in light of this that the 8th Danish Presidency will find its purpose and agenda. Therefore, I would like to present to you some of the key areas that the Danish Presidency will focus on. As you might expect, it concerns European security and defense, as well as competitiveness and the green transition. During the last few years, the world as we knew it has changed. Russia's war in Ukraine has brought back war on European soil. The Europe of peace and stability that we know has crumbled. The fear of further Russian aggression is very present. Europe must once again prepare for uncertainty and unrest. Luckily, European leaders have shown immense willingness to move ahead together and find common solutions that make Europe stronger and safer while supporting Ukraine. It has become clear that the European Union must be able to handle its own security. We cannot rely on others to do so. Therefore, we have to invest heavily in our defense. For the last few years, we have already seen substantial growth in European defense budgets and increased willingness to create common solutions within EU. That has to continue. The Commission's initiatives on defense, like the Rearm Europe plan, sets the right direction. Now, rapid and effective execution is vital. It is important that we get all member states on board. This is crucial if we want Europe to be able to defend itself in 2030 at the latest. We need to strengthen the European defense industry through development, procurement and production of common defense products. We are stronger together. We should draw inspiration from our efforts in vaccine production during the COVID pandemic. We must strengthen our preparedness and protect our critical infrastructure. Denmark is now fully taking part in these discussions. That has not always been the case. We know that. In 1993, after a failing referendum, we got 4 opt-outs, 4 policy areas where Denmark is abstaining from participating in the EU. One of them on defense. But things changed after the Russian invasion of Ukraine, and after only 4 months of war on the European continent, the Danish population overwhelmingly said yes to abolish the defense opt-out. It was an important decision. Now Denmark, along with many member states, has greatly increased its defense spending. We can and must do more for our common security in Europe. The Danish presidency will move Europe forward on this agenda. to realize our shared ambitions on defense, peace, and democracy. It is also crucial that EU and its member states collectively increase their military support to Ukraine. Denmark is doing our part, and we are encouraging others to do theirs as well. When we talk about security and stability, enlarging the EU also plays a crucial role. A larger EU is a stronger EU, and we have to do it right. The Danish presidency would put all its efforts into moving the candidate countries closer to the EU, not least Ukraine. It will not be easy. We all know the obstacles in front of us, but we will try to find solutions. Through all these efforts, we will once again show that Europe can handle major challenges and disruptions on our continent. Now let me move on to a related and important focus point for the Danish presidency: the European competitiveness. The strength of the European Union is based on its economy. Today, Europe remains the largest trading bloc in the world, but our position in the world is gradually declining. We have all read the Marie Bjerre report on European competitiveness. His conclusions are as clear as they are worrisome. Europe is a continent with a highly educated and well-paid labor force, but our productivity level is too low. Bjerre's report underlines the fact that we are falling behind the US and China, especially when it comes to innovation. Small and fragile startups are finding it difficult to attract the necessary capital to grow, and European businesses are burdened by unnecessary detailed regulation. On top of that, new US tariffs are changing the economy world order as we know it. Now is the time to act. And we will deliver great results under the Danish EU presidency. We will improve investments in development of new technologies, create protection measures for strategically important industries, and reduce unnecessary burdens on European businesses. It is crucial if we want to keep our economy position in the world. We will do all this while sticking to our high ambitions and goals when it comes to the green transition. Delivering on the climate neutrality agenda remains an important goal for us. In my view, green transition and competitiveness goes hand in hand. The green transition is an opportunity to boost the European economy, competitiveness, security, and ultimately our strategic autonomy. Needless to say, we have our work cut out for us. The 1st of July, Denmark assumes the presidency. A successful Danish presidency would be one that is not afraid of facing the common challenges and strive to achieve progress in the important agendas. That is what we will be fighting for during our 6 months leading the Council. So since Denmark joined the European Union 52 years ago, the Union has faced a number of big crises. It seems, however, to be exactly in the time of crisis that our European family comes together and grows stronger. I have faith that we can do that again, if we make the right political decisions and show courage. Looking at Europe today, I don't see hopelessness and despair. I see a potential road to European greatness. Europe's challenges are substantial, but our potential is much greater. And if we handle our challenges the right way, I believe we will come out much stronger. I truly believe Europe has a much bigger role to play in the world. That is what the Danish presidency should help along, and that is what I will work tirelessly for the next 7 months. Thank you.